Let's be real, you guys could have the most cinematic, value-packed YouTube video on the platform, but if your audio sounds terrible like this, people are gonna probably decide to click off. Is that better? Is that better? Cool. Awesome. So today I'm going to be showing you guys the 5 different ways that I personally record my audio for all of my videos, both for fun and professionally. Let's get into it with number 1. As you can see, my cell phone. Now this bad boy is currently recording a voice memo. And so you guys can do whatever you want to do. I'm in voice memos, but you guys can use a number of different platforms to actually record your audio. But whatever app you have on your phone that you can download is honestly the best one that you have. It sounds great compared to, as you can hear, the one on my camera. Compared back to my phone, it sounds amazing. So that's option 1, using your phone. Option 2 is a shotgun mic. I'm gonna plug this in right now. There we go, testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Hopefully that sounds a little bit better. So these mics are really good because what they do is they plug directly into your camera, so you don't have to worry about any sort of interference. And these mics are typically honestly best used for, run and gun, vlogs, and when you're just like really close to the camera. So here I'm about 2 feet, 1.5 feet from my camera. So it picks up my audio really, really well, but if I was way back there, it probably wouldn't. The downside is that this type of mic actually picks up a lot of echo, especially like if you're in a really, really big room or if you're filming, say, a big conference. This would not be the mic that you want to use. But if you're just starting off, this mic for YouTube is phenomenal. Number 3 is any Bluetooth or wireless recorder. Now here I have the Rode Wireless Go 2, and this consists of 2 different components. You have the mic, and you have the receiver. The receiver clips on to the top cold shoe mount using this little clip here, and it sends a signal to the actual mic itself. So I'm gonna demonstrate this. The first thing I'm gonna do is actually turn the Wireless Go 2 on. It's on, doesn't have much charge, so we're gonna make sure we use this quickly. And then it's gonna sync up here, and you can actually see, if you guys look closely, the levels are bouncing up and down there. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm gonna plug this into my camera and you can see how that sounds. Crazy, right? Notice how it's not plugged into anything. And I'm looking at my levels right now and I can tell that they're getting a little bit higher. So I'm gonna hold it a little bit farther away from my mouth, but you can see that no matter where I go in the room, I could not face you and the audio doesn't change. And so this mic is honestly great because what it is 1, it's super portable. It's great for just sit down interviews. And also if you're gonna be doing some sort of run or gun or maybe some behind the scenes videos, this allows you to capture the audio of a moving subject. There's 2 major downsides to this type of setup. 1 is the fact that this is subject to interference, just like most Bluetooth devices are. And 2, battery life. You have to make sure that you charge these pretty much every time you wanna use them if you're gonna be using them for long stretches of time. I'm gonna put this here. Number 3 is an external audio recorder along with a lav mic. So here I've got just this super, super cheap Sony recorder. This thing is great. I've used this professionally, many of these professionally for 6 years now. They haven't failed me, they're great, and they are dummy proof. One of these is probably gonna run you around 80 bucks. The older versions of them probably like 50 bucks. So if you've got a couple 20s hanging around, you can buy one of these. And then I'm just gonna use this lav mic because I pulled it out of my bag. Any lav mic will work as long as it has a headphone jack. Just make sure that you know what the input is for your audio recorder. They come in headphone jack, there's XLR, and I believe there's also 1/4 inch. And I can show you guys that in a different video if you want to learn more about that. A lot of the pros with this type of recorder is, they're high quality, they're super discreet, and honestly, they serve phenomenally as both a primary but also a backup audio source. The downside, just like everything, is that the audio, you need to know how to sync it in post-production, and also these require USB charging or batteries depending on your model, so you just have to monitor battery. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. These are great though. So this is the audio from my Rode Wireless Go 2. This is the audio from my Sony recorder with a lav mic. I don't think that there's gonna be a huge difference, but this is what the difference sounds like. And the last one is any dynamic microphone that requires an XLR cable. An XLR cable looks a little something like that. Now, this is not the best microphone setup for an XLR cable type of setup, but this is ran directly into my Zoom PodTrack P4. This was a product that came out from Zoom that was specifically designed for people wanting to start podcasts, but maybe didn't want to invest in the biggest, fanciest audio panels, I think is what they're called. I like to use this a lot for this type of audio, but my battery's about to die in here, so two things really quick before it dies. You can plug it into your computer so that way it interfaces with Zoom calls or Google Meet calls. You can also plug it into direct power, which I don't have it plugged into. It can run off of battery power, which is what it's doing, which is why it's sucking this thing dry. This gives you a little bit more options in terms of, a tiny miniature soundboard, the ability to listen to everyone at the same time, changing the levels. It has phantom power built into it, and it has the ability to mute yourself right there. As you can tell, my audio cut out just a little bit, but this is a great setup for, things like voiceovers, maybe tutorials if you want something that's a little bit cleaner, or even just like sit-down interviews, again, like I mentioned, podcasts. If you are mostly filming at a desk or just a sit-down location, this is probably where you'll want to invest your money. All 5 of these setups have a place, and I've used all of them in some way, shape, or form, like I said, both professionally and for fun. A big part of getting a great sounding and great looking video is just knowing the basics of lighting and audio. And again, it can really just be as simple as using your phone and setting a camera up next to a window. Transparently, I'm kind of excited to hear how all these different audio forms sounded because I've never used them back to back to back to back to back. If this video helped you guys, hit the like button so other creators can stop sounding like potatoes. Thanks. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.